All right, so update on Crazy Neighbor. Could this be the end of the whole thing? Like, I'm not going to go over the whole saga. If you know, you know. You can look back on this channel here and find out, what's been happening with her. But bottom line, to wrap it all up, she was just a kooky, crazy neighbor wearing crazy signs and doing just weirdo shit that made no sense, but it didn't really hurt anybody. And then she started directly targeting me, and turns out the neighbor next to me. So how she started doing that was she started actually when I think about like last summer. Like she walked up to me, I think I said this before, when she first started the sign suit wearing. She'd put away her signs and I was parking where I parked, and then she walked up right to me with one of her signs that said, I don't know, donuts half off, eat me out if you want to, or something like that. I don't remember what it said. But she like walked right up to my car with it, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And she just went away, and I'm like, okay, forget about it. And then there was the issue of parking, where you can park in a certain area and no one gives a shit unless a crazy neighbor happens to point it out with a big sign saying your address on it and illegal parking, which I guess it's technically illegal. I'd never had a ticket ever there, except each time this sign was out. And I'm like, okay, this bitch is fucking with me. That's fine. We'll get to you in a second. But then it got to the point where last week she was just laying on the car horn in front of my house for no apparent reason. I ignored it the first few days. One day I didn't hear it because it was home. I just gotten home and I heard it. Second day, I just thought somebody was having a fight or something like that. Third day, as you can see on one of my shorts, I just lost my shit. I saw her because I looked out my window. She was doing it and looking at me doing it. And I just fucking went at her and I called her everything but a fucking child of God. And you can see that out there. And her response to that was to get out of the car. Like, bitch, I could whoop your ass. You don't know me. Switch proof, she's crazy, and have one of these signs that say physical abuse and just walk up towards me with it like that. I'm like, get the fuck away from my fucking house, you loony cunt. Get out of here. What the fuck are you doing? Go away. Go. Move. And then she went, and then this is what kills me. People, if you don't know what's going on, mind your effing business. Seriously, this couple pulled up in a Prius, and we're like, do you need help? Is something wrong? And I'm like, oh, great. Now it looks like because she's coming from my walkway that she was trespassing on, holding a sign saying physical abuse, that I might be her son or something like that. And, she's trying to get away from me, and she's sitting there talking to them, and I'm like, she's fucking crazy. She's crazy, and you should mind your fucking business before I slap both of you with my dick. You too. What's that bitch looking at? Like, I just lost my shit. I'm screaming at everybody. So then came the night. I went live briefly. I had to remove this live, and I'll tell you why. When she went nuts. She went absolutely insane. So the girl next door to me, she's bitchy. I never liked her. She's the one who gave Stevie attitude, like when she first moved in. Like, Stevie's nice, says hi to everybody. He's like, hi, how are you? And she's like, and I'm like, okay, you're a twat. We know that now. She recently had a baby. I gotta admit, one of the quietest babies I've ever heard next door to me. Like, it doesn't scream loud. I don't know if she gives tequila or NyQuil. I don't know what she does. Maybe she knocks it unconscious every night. Whatever she does, I hope she keeps it up. And her gay roommate, it's a whole weird situation over there. They seem to be a little bit more okay now. Like, I don't talk to them. I don't even know their names, right? So this is getting to be 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. What's this? How many nights ago was this now? 3 or 4 nights ago. And all of a sudden I hear, and I'm like, she is not doing it right now. It's like 8:30 at night, 9, the time's on the thing. And I look out the window and she's doing it again. She's just laying on the fucking horn. And I'm like, and then she drives around in a little circle, stops again right in front of our house. Like I share it with this neighbor. All right. She's like right over one. She's over one unit, like across the alley technically, but we all share the same parking lot, which is why I don't park there, because she's crazy and I don't trust her ass. So she's just laying on it, all right? And let me tell you something. When you piss a Karen off, the police are going to be called, and they are going to come. I told you, I called the cops twice and they didn't fucking show up. The first time, nothing. They're just like, yeah, okay, well, whatever, we're busy jerking off, talk to you later. Second time, I saw the cops, she just drove right by the girl, bitch, while she's honking the fucking horn. And I'm like, fuck it. I don't care anymore. But I'm deaf in one ear. I could just lay on this ear and I don't hear shit. Fuck you, lady. Use your car horn all you want to. I don't give a fuck anymore. Don't come by my house. That was what pissed me off. So, but she started laying on it. So this girl had just got home and she was not having it. She had her chai tea latte and her baby had just gotten home from baby yoga, and she and her gay boyfriend were just, just having a moment, and they came out there and they called the police, the Highland Park police, and they said, listen, we are white people and there's an issue. Okay, there's this lady, I think she's white, I'm not sure. It's kind of dark out. She could be black, I don't know. I don't trust her. But, so I'm inconvenienced. Can you come? I was so pissed. And you see it on that video. 3 fucking squad cars show up. 3 squad car SUVs. It's in the picture I'm gonna put up, the thumbnail. 3. You don't see 3 there, but there were 3. 3 showed up. I'm like, well, hold up. I told you this bitch is walking up to me with signs. She's laying on the floor. But, little Miss Prego over here, her baby, burped and got briefly startled by our car horn, and the fucking SWAT team is here. Oh, I want to know what the fuck. Give me the script of what this chick said so I can say it if this happens again. So I'm looking out the window because I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Then we have another nosy neighbor. He's one of these guys. He's got like the man bun and all that shit. But like he's just little Mr. Nosy Fuck. Like he's younger, but he always talks to all the other neighbors only when something's going on. Like if there's like a trash can fire or something like that, he's gonna be like wandering outside and like being friendly with the neighbors, being like, "Who? What's that about? Does anybody know what's going on over there?" It's just like you're a nosy. That's what you are. You're a nosy one. All right, just shut the fuck up. I don't like him anyway. So they're all out there having a little powwow. But let me tell you something what happened. So she goes crazy. So the squad car pulls up behind her. Now, she's got a sign also that says support police right in front of her house. She's got that. Keep that in mind. What does she do? She throws it in the high gear. It's the slowest police chase. It's probably slower than the OJ police chase. She goes around the cop, and the cop's like, the fuck? Just starts following her. She's doing it like 3 miles an hour, though. She goes into a parking lot, the Walgreens parking lot, right across the street from me, parks the car. They park the car with the sirens and all that shit, and they're just kind of like, what the fuck? And this bitch, wearing a t-shirt and her little shorts, sprints out of the vehicle. She almost fell over a snow embankment, which was funny. She said, ah! She just runs into her fucking house. She ran into her house. And the police are just kind of like, what are we going to do? All right, first off, if that was Chicago, she would have been tased. She would have been shot 80 times or something like that, especially if she was a different color. This lady's like, she's white. She got away with a lot, right? So let's say there is a little bit of white privilege there somewhere that exists. I admit it now. All right, fine. But this chick, they let her run into her house. I was stunned. I'm sitting there like, are you out of your fucking mind? Don't you have a taser? I don't care how old grandma is. She's obviously crazy. She's fucking like, she evaded an officer. Doesn't she get a charge for that? Who knows? So they're out there having their big little powwow. The cops and, the little yuppies are all just, I just can't put up with this. This happens a lot and everything. I'm like, yeah, bitch, I bet you it does, doesn't it? You don't always know when it happens. Fucking, I need this bitch to call the police all the time. So they're all sitting there trying to calm these 3 next door down. Then the nosy gay guy comes over. What's going on? I'm like, yeah, she's crazy. She's kind of I can hear like everything they're saying right here. And I see them at one point. I think he sees me, and they're kind of. I think he's like expecting I'm gonna come out and join their little powwow. No, fuck you, and your mother too, for all of you. All right, because nobody did shit when I called. All right, nobody was out here, and the police didn't come. So fuck them too. I'm not talking to them. I don't care if they come up to my door. I ain't answering shit. All right, I was mad. So I was like, all right, finally, I didn't know what happened because I thought they maybe took her car, but it turned out her car was still there. They all left her in her house. They went in there and talked to her, I'm sure. And the other police officers came, they all just fucking left. I'm like, they can't be the resolution. And I'm like, all right, she's going to do this again because there was no repercussions. So I wrote to the city. Like I typed a little email and all that, and I had to find the right department. And so I wrote, it was like not the police chief, but the chief of investigations or whatever. Like they deal with this kind of thing. I found the right person. And I was like, listen, I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with this woman. I'm like, is there something really wrong? And I'm telling you right now, she is going to go crazier because she's already progressively gone crazier. You cannot tell me it's been 2 years and you have not seen the signs out there and people haven't reported her. Something is really, really wrong. She's getting worse. And now she's like laying on the horn. And the other thing I told you guys about was that same day I yelled at her. She eventually, when she stopped, she pulled her car up towards her house. She lugged out this huge black bag that's like she's having trouble getting in, like there's a body or something in there. This bitch doesn't go anywhere. She goes nowhere. She goes in, out of her house to protest on the street for nothing and then go back. What's all that shit? What are you doing? What are you planning? I don't trust her. I'm like, all my spidey senses are like, all right, whatever. So I mentioned that to this guy too. I'm like, listen, I said, it's going to be on your hands. This is now documented. I wrote this. All right. So, and I know you've gotten calls. I know you got a call the other night. I got not 1, but 2 emails back from this dude. I didn't expect it, like right away. Like, and he's like, okay, here's what we need to do. He's like, I cannot tell you much because of statute, but I can tell you we are coordinating an effort with our own police department and social services. And I'm like, what the fuck? Is she like fucking, who is she? Is she a Cuban drug dealer or something? I don't know about. They're making her sound like the mafia or something like that. And they're like, we are working diligently. I can assure you, we are aware of this woman. We need you to remain calm, stay away from her. I'm just sitting there reading this email like she's Michael Myers. Like I'm Jamie Lee Curtis, and I'm gonna be eating Activia, shitting myself, and she's gonna come over and stab me in the arm. I'm gonna cry about it for 18 years. What? And okay, she's very dangerous. She's, we know something is wrong with her. And then they said, so we will be doing something like this. We cannot say what, because we are working in direct contact with these two different departments. I'm like, okay, you told me enough. Now I know she really is a fucking something. You know more than I do, because there's no way they would have taken the time to tell me all of that shit and then email me again. His second email was, I also need to tell you, I think it's best in this situation to keep documenting, keep recording, because eventually her head will split open and she will reveal her true form, Zabalabalafagus, or something. Like, maybe she's an alien. I don't know, but they really... So they are watching her, and they are all that. And I'm like, well, I put up a brief video on YouTube. They're like, if you could just take that one video down of, her like running or whatever like that. And because I did get part of it. And they're like, please, don't try to incite anything, but also be wary. So the next day came, she was gone. All the signs were gone. I didn't see anything. I'm like, oh my God, they finally put her in the straitjacket and she's gone. Like, yay. She came back the next night. She parked outside. No sign. There's still the two save the police, we love the police, two semi-creepy signs. Not really, but okay. No protesting. Did they deprogram her? I don't know, but I don't trust it. I still don't think it's the end, but it might be the end for now, and that's all I got for you guys to give you. Because a lot of people have been asking, what's going on with it? What's happening? I need an update. Did she kill you yet? Very soon, probably. So that's it, what it is, and I will definitely keep you up to date as much as I can. I gotta eat that fucking email. She's dangerous. You must watch out. She's